What is up, Flick fans, and welcome back
to... all of a sudden, Austin suddenly realized that there was more to this than just the review.
Trying to do a review here.
That he would have to find someone to love
What is that? What the heck is going on?
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass.
What is up, Flick fans, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about the brand new movie, Isn't It Romantic? Perfect timing, dropping the week of Valentine's Day. If you guys don't know how my reviews work, I like to talk about the film. Be sure to get down in the comments section below and put your thoughts. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you looking forward to it? If you haven't seen it yet, let's talk about Isn't It Romantic? So a young woman disenchanted with love mysteriously finds herself trapped inside a romantic comedy. So isn't it romantic? Let's talk about this movie. It is directed by Todd Strauss-Schossen. Just want to make sure I got that name right. He is a director with credits, but nothing that I've really seen before, so I was interested to see what he was going to do here. Rebel Wilson, I love her. Every single time she pops up in a movie, no matter what it is, she always brings something different. Now, that level of humor will always be there, but I'm excited to see her branch out eventually, because you know it's coming. She could do drama. She could do something with a little bit more emotion, more heart, and this film has that for sure, and I do think it's a movie that's going to please a lot of people going, because if you're walking into a movie like this, seeing the trailer, or even just seeing the premise, you kind of know what you're going to get, and exactly what you expect. In my opinion, nothing more, but what you expect is what you get with Isn't It Romantic, with a good lead, a really good cast, and a solid premise, a premise that has really good moments of humor, yet this subtle level of emotion to it that I think Rebel Wilson pulls off here. I don't see many other leading ladies in Hollywood pulling off exactly what this film needed her to pull off, and she did a good job, and because of that, I think this movie works. Now, do I have issues with this movie? Absolutely. Is this the best film I've seen all year? Is it the funniest film I've seen all year? No, no, and no. I do have my fair share of problems that I think this movie finds itself diving into, even though the entire film makes fun of those problems, which I found kind of funny. You see, the film is playing entirely on these romantic comedy cliches. It has the ability to do what many other films can't do, and that is sit there and criticize, yet repeat and perform those actions, and somehow expect the audience and the critics to allow it to get away with that, but we do, because that's what the film is, that's what the premise does, and as long as it executed on this premise and made us laugh, then I think the movie is going to work for most audience members. Now, it never quite went beyond that for me, because while I did laugh, and there were some very good moments of humor, mostly from Adam Devine and Rebel Wilson's characters, there are also moments of humor that feel a bit repetitive, moments that left the audience feeling a bit flat. I could feel the moans and groans of some of my audience members during certain jokes and certain moments that required us to laugh, but we weren't laughing, so all it was silence in the theater, and because of those reasons, the film felt a bit awkward at times. That could have a bit to do with the pacing. This film's pacing felt off, and I wasn't very impressed with the filmmaking. Not that it required to have incredible filmmaking and amazing cinematography. No, this is not a movie that needs to have something like that. All I needed from this film was to enjoy all of the wink and the nods. It's like, oh, a romantic comedy does this, and now we're doing it, and she's aware of everything going on, and oh, here's a musical number, and here's two characters that are doing the same thing we've seen 1,000 times before. And I understood that as an audience member. Sometimes it really worked, sometimes it fell flat. All of these winks and jabs and nods at other films, I appreciate the fact that it was trying to be different and trying to be something fresh. It just did not work 100% of the time. And here's what I'll say. I know it sounds like I'm trying to be negative, and I know some of you guys are thinking, well, he's just so harsh. He can't enjoy anything. He doesn't have a love life. Look, I'll say this. It's a very commercially made movie. There's nothing spectacular about the filmmaking or the acting, but for what it's going for, I think if you need something to do this weekend, something to go watch for Valentine's Day, if you're not into Happy Death Day or are not excited for Alita, I think this is the movie for you, especially if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend and you want to drag them into the theater. This is the movie to drag them into, because they're going to be hesitant at first, and they could find something to like about the satire here. If you're someone who does not like romantic comedies, I don't know whether to recommend this or not, because while this does make fun of romantic comedies the entire time, by the end of the movie, it kind of falls into those traps itself. When it becomes that serious movie, once again, it falls into those same traps that it was just making fun of, and I'm like, okay, I don't love the way this is ending. I don't love the way everything is tying together. Because it's a movie, A, you can predict exactly where it's going to go. I mean exactly what note it's going to end on and where it's going to go in that third act. But once it goes there, it falls into those traps itself, and I just really wanted something a bit different from the ending. I liked where it was going, I liked the journey we had, but once we get to that ending, it felt a bit underwhelming for me. Once again, it's not a film that relies on this magnificent ending, this triumphant finale. No, you're in it for the humor, you're in it for the laughs, you're in it for the characters, and I think you get all of those things, and because of that, I am going to give Isn't It Romantic a solid 60%, a 3 out of 5. This is a movie, especially this week for Valentine's Day, the ultimate date night film. I would recommend Isn't It Romantic. Just don't expect the next great romantic comedy, because I do not believe it's that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like I said, get in the comments section down below. Let me know what you thought. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you think I talk too much? You're probably right. If you did not see earlier today, I reviewed Happy Death Day to You, and then yesterday, last night, I reviewed Alita Battle Angel. Later on this week, we have a lot of Netflix content dropping, and the first episode of Doom Patrol on the DC Universe streaming app. You guys are the absolute best as always, and I'll see you very soon.